Why, hello there. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 36 of the Long Comics Book Club, a bi-weekly podcast about long comics, also known as manga and graphic novels. My name is Shane, and I'm the older brother. I'm joined by Spence, the younger brother. Spence, is there such a thing as someday?
Mm. So someday you wait for someday and then it's I don't even remember how does the quote go? I don't even remember. But no, you gotta seize the day today.
You fall on the side of that there is no someday.
Well,
Someday needs to be today or
so
never.
someday needs to be planned at some point, realistically.
So someday has to become a specific day, if not
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
Yeah, well, why not start with some heady philosophical questioning? Because today we are talking about Frieren Beyond Journey's End, volumes 9, 10, and 11,
Yeah.
in which Lernin, one of our mages, asks that very question.
Yes.
So, if you're
I
not
also
familiar,
think for the rest of this podcast, shall we refer to it as Free Run the Golden City?
sure, we can call it Frieren the Golden City.
Yeah, easier than
So,
saying 8, 9, 10 over and over, or 8, 9, 10, 11 over and over again.
yes, there's some wordage. So, yeah, if you're not familiar with where this storyline falls, so Frieren, a fairly popular anime, many would say, volumes 9, 10, 11, The Golden City actually fall right after where the anime wraps up in the latest season. So that is where we are picking up in our manga long book club conversation today. So for the first half of the episode, we'll be talking about Frieren, the Golden City, have some meaningful discussion, book club style, with some facts along the way and a recommendation if you haven't yet read the volumes or if you haven't even engaged with Frieren before about whether it's worth jumping into this increasingly infamous series. And then for the second half of the show, we are talking the current spring season of anime. We are about halfway through the spring season of anime, so what better time to tell you what we're miss what the so what better time to tell you what you're missing out on so that you can jump in before the season is over and catch up on some of that good animated content. And of course, we will then end off with Spence introducing the long comic for the next podcast, which was coming out on May 23rd, and it is a graphic novel as we alternate between the two formats so we get the best of both worlds. And of course, at the top of the episode, I always want to give a big thank you to Vesperia Manga and Comics for providing today's long comic, by which I mean thank you, Spence, owner and proprietor of Vesperia, online at VesperiaComics.com and physically located at 1935 West Broadway in Vancouver. Spence, any updates from the shop?
Well, the big one was since the last time we recorded one of these, we had a free comic book day, which was a massive, huge success. Great to see huge amount of people showed up getting their free comics. It was our biggest day we've ever had at the store. So
Very
great to see
exciting.
people.
Yeah, free comic book day slash comic giveaway day,
Yes, comics
as we
giveaway day.
learned. Yeah, comics
Yes,
giveaway
completely
day.
different event happening at the same
Yeah.
time.
But was there, I think, what was it, 32 different kinds of free comics?
I think it was more than that. It was like 36 or something. 30. It was in the
Really?
30s.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did you know what sold out first? What was the first to get scooped up?
Garfield. Garfield was the first one to go.
Wow. I would never have put my money
Yeah.
on that.
The ones we ran out of the ones we ran out of by the end of the day. We ran out of Garfield. We ran out of Amazing Spider-Man. We ran out of Avengers, and we ran out of Alien.
Wait, what was the last one? The Alien?
Alien, like as in
Oh,
Ridley
the
Scott.
movie. Okay.
Yeah, or yeah.
Wow, I didn't pick up any of those when I came by. Interesting. So Garfield,
Yes.
we're gonna take a moment. Why Garfield?
I think the big one is the cover was just like Garfield's face. Like it was like all orange with like the iconic like Garfield
Mhm.
droopy eyes and the mouth. So it just like it was very inviting.
Interesting. And people are like, "Hey, I know that cat.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Mondays.
He loves lasagna.
He likes lasagna." Wow. Did you have a chance to read it before it got
I did
scooped
not
up?
actually. That was
Oh
one of the
man.
ones I didn't. Yeah, probably I
Uh,
only read like a dozen of them or so.
Hopefully, it lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
I picked up a number of them of the younger variety for children, and yeah, there's some good ones in there. Some ones that I'm not as sure about. I didn't realize that My Little Pony was a half one with Gem.
Oh.
Uh,
Of the holograms.
that is correct. Gem and holograms. So that was interesting, but very fun. If you missed out, hey, there's always next year. It comes
Yeah,
annually.
and
So
honestly, if you come in right, as I mentioned, we still have some more books left.
yeah, if you've only sold out of three of the
We've
four of
actually
them.
we've run out of a couple of them since then. Like we finished with
Ah, okay.
Something's Killing the Children. We got through all of that one. I think we're out of Blue Lock now.
There
Yeah.
you go. Well, then now's the time. If you want to swing by Vesperia, maybe
Mhm.
see if there's still some free comics kicking around. 1935 West Broadway is the place to go. And otherwise, you can also always jump online to VesperiaComics.com. Again, I don't think Spence will send you any free comics via mail. But maybe you could
Yeah.
send a message asking to hold them or something. But when
Yeah. I don't. If you ordered something and like included in the little thing,
oh, the
like
message optional
message
message thing.
option, I probably would just throw a free. Like if you throw in some of the free comic book day ones, I probably would. But
Yeah, why not? And when you're online, navigate over to our social channels. Drop a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky at Long Comics Book Club, as well as follow our show on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, any and all of the above. And if you like the show, give us a rating on any of those platforms. We have been really enjoying recording this year and really appreciated all the support that we've been getting. Of course, all of the links are available on our link tree, including our Discord, where you can jump in to join our growing book club community. But with all that out of the way, getting into the book club, Frieren, the Golden City. So Spence, volumes 9, 10, 11. Last time I'll say it. Why did you choose Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, and not just Frieren in general, but also these specific volumes?
yeah. So honestly, this was an idea I had like since the beginning. Like it would be kind of fun to just pick up a manga right from where the anime ends. And free runs. I know you love free. I know you've watched all the free run anime, so that works. And it kind of ended at like the perfect time, the second season recently. So I
Hmm.
figured that would be a fun way to just because it's a nice, wouldn't say compact, but it's a nice full story just in those three volumes and well, full story and then some. And
Hmm.
yeah, and I get to talk about free run.
Yeah, those are good reasons. And it is worth noting right at the head here that this is a specific story. Frieren normally does a lot of little short one-offs, but this is a fully, all three volumes. There's a little bit at the front and a little bit at the end, but essentially all of volume 10 is just about this one story. And then most of 9 and 11
Yeah.
are about the Golden City. But
Yeah,
if you're not,
I would say it's like the third big story in free run. After Auras also takes up like a full volume, and then the
mhm.
Mage Academy one also takes up multiple volumes.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing as well. Okay, so for those who might not be familiar, if you
Yeah,
don't
also I
some,
guess we should point out the thing. Everything we're gonna be talking about is under the assumption you've actually watched the free run anime.
yeah,
None of this
so
will ever make any sense to anyone who's just picked it up with no knowledge of free run at all.
yeah, I think if I mean what's surprising about this one is if you come into it cold, I think that you could pick up context clues. It wouldn't be as fulfilling, but I think well because they're not just talking about Freon for a lot of it, so a lot of it they have to sort of inform us on as well. There's a lot of world building and explaining the story in there anyways that you could probably muddle your way, but it wouldn't be as enjoyable as opposed to if you jump in the middle of like JoJo Steel Ball Run or 20th Century Boys, you're done.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
that's not going to work. Whereas that's part of what's so interesting about Freerun is that it is meant to be like stories within a larger stories.
Yeah.
So if you are somehow not familiar with Frieren, I'm going to read the back of the book to tell you first what Frieren is, as well as then what the Golden City is all about. So a plot synopsis. Elf mage Frieren and her courageous fellow adventurers have defeated the Demon King and brought peace to the land, but Frieren will long outlive the rest of her former party. How will she come to understand what life means to the people around her? Is the description of Frieren, which obviously leaves out a lot of information, but I think that gives you the general vibe of what you're looking at when you're
Yeah.
engaging with this story. And so this specific plot line. So as Frieren, Fern, and Stark, this is our trio of adventurers continue their journey into the northern plateau. They face many obstacles, both natural and supernatural, including the Great Tor Canyon. But once across the canyon, they receive a plea for help that will take them to a cursed city and a confrontation with Macht of the Golden Land, the last and most powerful of the seven sages of destruction. Macht also has a surprising connection to Denken that may provide an edge in the struggle. All right. So I think that at the end of the anime, I think they start to tease this.
Yes, it ends with like Denton getting off of the carriage and then showing him like walking toward the city made of gold. So
There
like
you
this
go.
is truly yeah, like
Right at the
even
end of it.
the first like little vignettes at the start of the ninth volume
Mhm.
are just straight up we're in the last season of the anime.
Yeah. So this is the warning. If you want to avoid spoilers and you are an anime watcher, I will include time codes in the description if you want to jump ahead. But also know that we're not spoiling the entire season. Like we were sort of saying, it's likely this is probably going to be the first maybe three, four episodes
Yeah, I
of
think
the
this is going to take
anime.
like a full chunk of time.
Okay, maybe more.
Yeah, like this is at least half like
Half the season.
yeah, more I would guess probably more. Like I'd guess like 8 episodes or so. Like they'll
Oh
probably
man.
do all this and then like some little vignettes at the end. And then the other issue is that the ending of as the last volume points out to like a slightly longer other one that the time travel arc at the end of the last volume. Like that's going to be that is
Oh,
not a
right.
single thing. That is going to go on for like an almost entire volume.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess okay. So then there you go. Heads up if you are an anime watcher. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you're an anime watcher, why not just pick these up? Like, could be cool to check it out. Otherwise, hey, we're gonna tell you what they're all about. So, Mashed in the Golden City, Frieren in the Golden City. Um, wow, what an interesting story, first off. So, uh, as we mentioned, there's a couple of like little throwaway stories at the start,
Yeah.
um, as well as at the end of the 11, which are about like a golem from the old age and a sky mountain dragon and the guy that builds the bridge over the canyon, which are very much what I'm more accustomed to when it comes to Frieren. And then I think in this they're essentially just trying to like world build. You're reading those to get a better understanding of the world
Yeah.
of
And
Frieren.
I do think those are a big part of the appeal of Frieren are those little like one chapter.
Hmm.
Let's see what like little because as a big point of the Freeren's point as a big point of the of Frieren is like don't just follow right towards your goal. Like take your time to enjoy the journey.
Hmm. Yeah. And I mean, they also even just with how they show different panels wherever they are, there's always little one-off panels of daily life that they show, which I knew from the anime, obviously, but I didn't realize that was also in the manga as well. Those little yeah, slice of life moments of the adventuring party as they're going around. To really, yeah, enjoy life more than just the big plot. You're also enjoying the little ones as well. Did you have a favorite between those? Is it three or four? Three or four? Maybe there's even
Um,
more than that in the
there's
first one.
the lake, there's the canyon, there's the food golem.
The
It must be
lake. What's the lake?
the very first one is them having to cross the lake in the storm, and then they have to go to the
Oh, that's right. And then
yeah.
they get grabbed by a kraken, and then they just skip right to the end of
Yeah. Yeah, that's
that.
one of those ones that got much expanded in the anime.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. There's at least those three. I feel like I must be missing one.
Oh, there's also the crystal vein one,
Oh
the
yeah.
crystal mining one.
Oh yeah, that one's probably the best then. I do like the food golem, but
Hmm.
Crystal Mine is probably the best one.
Yeah, and I mean, what's also very interesting is that the crystal vein one, a lot of it, the emphasis is on the beauty of the crystal vein, the rocks, and had the incredible sight that they are to behold, which is extremely underwhelming in the manga.
Yeah. But looks
Uh,
very nice in the anime.
looks super nice in the anime.
Because so that's one of the things. I adore the Frieren manga. you could make a debate the anime might be better because of how incredibly like expanded and beautiful and the music and all that is for the
Hmm.
anime.
Yeah, the anime adds a lot of elements that the manga just isn't able to
Yeah.
uh have in the same way.
And also, like when I say expanded, like one of the famous examples, you remember Frieren's famous 3 day freakout from the anime?
No,
Okay.
which I don't think so.
It was in this season. It was just like a little gag where Frieren talks about how she had a temper tantrum that took 3 days.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So in the manga, that's one panel.
Oh, okay. That's
So it's
funny.
just like they expand lots of stuff.
Yeah, I know one that I had seen actually commented on that I also now was able to read was again with the snow and the rock crystals, the wolf that they have to battle.
Yes, it's a full on
And,
action scene in that.
and it's a very intense one. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty dicey and it's a really great action scene. And so it's rewarding when they finish it off. Whereas in this one, they're like, watch out for that wolf. Man, that was a hard battle. I was like, was it hard? We don't really
Yeah.
see anything about it.
Well, so that's one of the things also like Frieren typically puts way less chapters per episode than most. Like
Hmm.
like typically they just do like 2 chapters in an episode.
Hmm. Right. Interesting. So yeah, they take their time, and I mean, again, really playing on that theme of what Frieren is all about as well. Which we should have mentioned. Story by Kanehiro Yamada and art by Tsukasa Abe. Uh, Interesting that it's not a mangaka situation. Is that the right term? Am I
But
not using
technically
that right?
they are mangaka just means like manga creators. Technically they are
Oh,
both still
gotcha.
mangakas, but it's not it is one of those cases where yeah, the art and the writing are done by different people, which is slightly more like I feel like it's becoming more common. Like
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I imagine for someone's sanity,
that yes,
you
definitely.
would kind of hope that they would split it up. Goodness. But I also recognize as well that you would have to have a lot of trust in between the two.
Yes.
I assume. So,
Especially because how long stuff goes, like you gotta like your partner a lot because you're gonna be
yeah,
spending a
exactly.
lot of time with
Yeah, really. Yeah, not as long as Frieren's life, 1,000 years, but
1,000 years at least.
at least exactly.
We don't know her age.
Yeah, crazy. Uh, so but moving then into the main plot. So Mashed in the Golden City. Really interesting. I don't think that we've had as much non-Frieren
Yeah.
content before this point.
Yes, Frieren barely appears in volume 10.
Hmm.
Like she's a little bit at the start and a little bit at the end. But for the most part, it's entirely one big like flashback. Well, it's like a diegetic flashback. She's reading the memories of someone else.
Hmm. Yeah. So to explain for those who are interested, it is that Mashed, this demon who's one of the most powerful, who is the strongest, the Sage of Destruction. They say he's the strongest, right? Well, it's
Yes,
arguable, I know, but
yeah, like yeah, there were the 7 sages of destruction. During Freeren's time, 5 of them were killed, and he's now the last one left alive, and he was considered the strongest of them of those 7 even back then.
mhm. Wait, you said 5 were killed, but
Aura was also one.
oh, gotcha. Yeah. So he turned an entire city to gold, but has been trapped within this barrier.
Yeah, for
And
50 years.
so Denken, who's we knew his wife had passed away and that her grave we learn is within that barrier, and he wants to be able to go to the grave and he wants to free the city of gold, return it to how it was, which is the city of Weiss, return it to how it was there, and it requires the defeating of Mashed.
Yeah, well,
But
the big one is they can't just killing Mashed won't turn the city back to gold. Won't turn the
mm,
city back. And also the other big one is very different from how we normally perceive demons. Mashed was like a supposed ally of the city for like decades before he turned it all to
Hmm.
gold.
Yeah, for a long, long time, for yeah, 20 plus years. And so it's really a lot of it is also flashbacks into Mashd's memories. We're learning a lot more about Denken. Lord Gluck is the name of the guy who's running the city of Weiss. Um, how did you find it to not be with Frieren as much? Did you find that is she like integral for keeping engagement? Was it weird to sort of be focusing on these other characters for
Not
so
not really, because
long?
it's such a page turner that you don't even like. You're just yeah, did not have a hard time even without
Hmm.
free reign.
No, yeah.
I can imagine maybe if you're reading it like weekly originally, it was weird, but for this, it was like no
Mhm.
problem at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's just so interesting. It's very on edge because you don't know when Mashed might flip
Yeah,
and sort
because
of what
you
what
know
he's
he's going to
doing.
flip at some point. But
Hmm.
when and
Yeah,
why is
when
left.
and why exactly. But I mean, that's one of my questions. Why do you think he flipped? Because that's something that's very interesting. Is that Lord Gluck, it's again a long time that he's like working with the Lord. He's training Denkin, we learn. And he's supporting the city. And Lord Gluck visits his grave, the grave of his daughter. And they're talking about,
Daughter's was it his son? Ah, whatever. I think it might have been his son.
no, because it's his daughter, because that's who Denkin was married to.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the son that got killed? Whatever. Sure. The child. Because wasn't there that whole thing about
Oh,
his son had been killed by like the machinations of the city?
right. I don't know which. Right. So I guess he had two children.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know which grave he is visiting, but yeah, poor Lord Gluck. But they're talking about the passage of time and normalcy, and then Mashed turns it all to gold
Yes.
in that moment. Why do you think it was then?
Well, because I think it's matched as like a really interesting character. Very interesting. Because the whole thing about demons is they're not supposed to like they are facsimiles of humanity. They don't actually have like emotions and stuff like that. And Mashed is
Hmm.
interested in all of that. And the idea behind this thing is that he's like trying to understand certain emotions. So like he spent all this
Hmm.
time people to try to understand their emotions. Then when he destroys it all, will he understand emotions even better?
Hmm.
There's one emotion in particular he's looking for.
There's two. He's looking for malice and guilt are the
Malice
two
and
that he's
guilt.
interested in.
Right.
And so what is it in that moment that you think, what like why wait until then? Is it that he realizes that
I
keeping
think
things status quo?
yeah, he's trying to feel guilt for this one, was my
Hmm.
assumption. Was yeah. Like he's built up all of this, now he's going to destroy it all. Will I feel anything
Yeah.
for doing that?
Hmm. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense that he's established this routine, that there's become this normalcy to their time together. So he hasn't yet understood those emotions. So it's now reached that point where it's interesting. It's not like a specific trigger. It's not like he gets threatened or anything. It's just sort of that conversation, the realization like, oh, I have to do something different if I want to have a chance of understanding these emotions. And then he turns everything to gold, which is a little extreme, but hey, demons be crazy, and it
Yeah.
doesn't work. He still, despite doing that, does not learn guilt,
Yeah.
nor malice as well.
Yeah. Well,
And then he also connects with Solitar before then as well, another demon to try and understand. And
yeah.
uh, Solitar is very interesting in there. What do you sort of perceive as her role in this story? Why is she a part of it?
I think it's she's kind of like a puzzle piece that like a third piece we're gonna get, which I want to straight up say we still do not have that third piece, even as far as the anime is about like, or as far as the manga is about like demons and their relationships to humanity. Because we were told that they're what she's a demon who's fascinated by humans but doesn't actually like particularly like them. And then when we get the third one, will be the Demon King, who apparently wanted to have a
Hmm.
like what's the word they use? Like wanted to be have a relationship with
Uh,
humanity.
yeah, was it
Yeah,
cohabitate?
something like that. It's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we learned the
Which
Demon King wanted to, yeah, have a coexistence. They want to
coexistence. There we go.
coexist. There
Coexist
it
with
is.
humans, which is interesting. Like we still absolutely have no idea what that means, but I think
Yeah,
it's very interesting with it. Yeah,
super interesting. So we have Solitaire in there as well. And we also learned that she has sounds like gone to more extremes than Mashed has, that she's killed more people in the name of maybe if I kill people, I understand their feelings.
yeah,
Um, and she is also extremely powerful, we learn as well, because we also, in addition to having all this very interesting philosophical, can you learn emotions through uh, murder and tragedy, we have a lot of action
some
slipped
sick
in there as
action
well.
scenes.
Some great action scenes. So we did talk about how wasn't an action scene for the wolf and a couple of other pieces, but this one, wow, there's some good action.
Oh yeah,
We have Lernan and Edel against Mashed. We of course then have the big fights with Fern and Stark trying to take on
we also
Solitaire originally, and
we get to see
then
Sirei fight for the first time.
yes, I did know we see Sire fight for the first time, which was, I think, extremely satisfying for fleshing out her character. So this is the other elf. For those who might have forgotten, this is
Yeah,
the other elf who runs the mage exam.
yeah, and like she's an elf. She's like ancient even in comparison to Frieren.
Yeah.
Like when Frieren was a child, she was already the ancient elf of like all knowing
Hmm.
information. Which then other people have pointed out, Craft, the third elf from the story, by all accounts,
Hmm.
should be like as ancient as she is to Frieren. Craft should be ancient to him. Or,
Hmm.
no, or other way around. No, Craft should be the middle one because Seawright claims to have known she would met the goddess, and Craft's never actually met the goddess. So
Hmm.
yeah, just tells you how
Interesting.
ancient this world is.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, we get to see, and so that's great because you sort of hear about Sierra and she owns all the magic. Like, what does that actually look like? And you see her just absolutely wrecking Mashed, um, but not following through with finishing him off.
Yes, for the reason we mentioned earlier, that they want to see Mash needs to be kept alive if they want to have a chance of saving the city.
Yeah, which is interesting that she couldn't figure out how to undo Dialgoza.
I kept reading as like
Dialgoza.
Deagold, or yeah, but
Yeah,
it's nice.
but the
Yeah,
golds, the turn everything to gold spell.
yeah.
So I mean that again is a testament to Frieren, who does in the end figure it out, and Mash doesn't have to undo it because Frieren figures out how to. It just takes her 2 months to do it.
Yes, but and also
And
600 years.
oh, and also six. That's right because she had her
Yeah,
arm turned into gold. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah, took her 600 years plus 2 months. Which I really loved that addition to the magic system that I hadn't considered, which was the length of time it takes to learn a spell.
yes.
And
Right.
that,
How like the curse slip will take an entire human lifetime to learn.
yeah, and that all of a sudden adds more weight to getting to learn any spell because Syria removes that obstacle of time invested
Yes,
and
she can just
just
teach you a
uses her
spell
own
by
spell that teaches
yeah.
you. Yeah, and that she's like, because sense says like you don't want to go, and that took you 100 years to learn. She's like, what's 100 years to me? Like, what do I care?
Yeah, which is
So,
also another interesting point that you think about it. So that explains why they needed like an entire Freer needs to like an entire book in order to like learn a spell that just teaches you how
mhm.
to flip pancakes better.
Flip pancakes better,
Because
exactly.
it's how complicated spells are in this world.
Hmm. Yeah. So there's a in these 3 volumes, I think that they're super rewarding because of how much they flesh out the world more. So there's a lot of world building around magic and understanding the mechanics of magic. But then you also have great building for understanding Frieren's power, Ciri's power, Fern's power again at the end as well. So there's just a lot of better. I think it helps just in these 3 volumes, despite the fact that we have all this information up to this point. they still really help to increase our understanding of the world and just make it feel more real as well.
Yeah.
Um, Not to mention the great action scenes. Um, and there's also even just twists in the action scenes I didn't expect. Like when Edel stole Mash's memories. Love
Yeah.
that. Fully didn't see it coming. It legitimately surprised me.
Yeah.
Um, and that was super cool because they're not even close to primary characters. Like they're
No.
ages away from that, but
Honestly, I think it's a great, like, some people complain about the Mage Academy
mm,
storyline, that it like goes on
mhm,
too long and kind of feels very different from the rest of Frieren, but
yeah.
it did a really good job of like creating all these little characters who can like reappear for a couple chapters or wherever. Yeah.
Totally. That's true. Because yeah, the Mage Academy, it does feel very different that part. But yeah, the enjoyment then of encountering the characters again under the Northern Plateau, like see the other woman mage who's super
Oh,
powerful.
yeah, the
Uh
one who loves cute things.
yeah. I was gonna say Malinois, but it's not that.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
let's
is it? No.
I think it might start with an M, so
Yeah.
I know
What
she's one of
is
the most cute.
Malinois? What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Hades 2 again.
Oh.
um,
What's her name? Bringing up list of characters. I know she's one of the most popular ones. Uh,
Methode.
Method A. There we go.
Hey, Millennium Methode. Okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't far off. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so Methode, or
Yeah.
Method,
Or
whatever
also
it
how like
is.
even the two Freeren's old partners show up for
Oh,
like
yeah, one
Law.
frame.
Yeah, or not like yeah, one little thing of them eating cute bread,
Yeah,
Lawin and
exactly.
whatever
Pretty
other one's
funny.
name is.
Yeah. But yeah, that is cool that we sort of get to see all these other mages and also again just sort of flesh it out. What do mages actually do in this world? But wow, we really get into Denken in this one.
Yes.
Um, really get to understand him and his arc and uh see him as sort of like this war mage effectively, and that he sort of is prioritizing his ascension through the ranks and gaining all this um, rank and file. Essentially, it seems like originally to sort of because he married up. His
Yeah.
wife was higher in station, so sort of trying to reach her level through military prowess and doing so, but then not being there for when she passes. Um,
Yeah, and then yeah, and creating a very much a foil for Frieren about
mhm,
unlike Frieren, who isn't getting old, but the world's passing her by. His time is running out.
mhm. Yeah. And so this one's it's interesting. This plot line, grief is very clear how they're discussing grief in this. And it makes sense why Mash is so interested in grief when you're thinking about Denkin and the loss of this whole city and sort of how you're thinking about grief as a theme that comes up throughout this story. Do you see malice come up in this story in the same way? Like, I don't think even Denkin mm, doesn't it feel
Well,
malice towards
Malice comes
Mash.
in much more directly with the whole thing about how with
The band?
the band on Mash's wrist, that he can't
Oh.
commit malice to this, but he cannot commit any malice towards the city, but he
Hmm.
literally does not understand what malice is, so that command doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the serves
Um,
he must serve the people. That's why that one still counts.
yeah, that one's still in there. So then do you think that malice is a theme in this? And sort of what does malice look like? Or is it just
Yeah, I think
if anything, is it sort of asking, is it even possible to experience? Well, yeah, of course, people can experience malice.
yeah, but
Demons
can
can't,
demons
but
experience now malice?
yeah, but
Yeah.
thinking about sort of a step back, because I think that this does have like a wider commentary on grief,
Yes.
um, which I thought was very good. And there's a lot of powerful pieces around it. Like even just him all talking to Freer and telling her it's all right to remember.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Um,
Which actually, like, I
because
think straight up my favorite section in this entire one is the flashback of them in the barrier with Himmel's party.
with the flashback to where?
Like with the Himmel's party when they're like trapped in a barrier and they have the whole thing about how
Mm,
can you imagine crushing a walnut? Well, yeah. Can you imagine crushing a diamond? And he's like, well, no. And then Eisen just
Oh,
goes, I
Eisen's
can
like,
crush a
yes,
guy
I can
diamond,
crush a diamond.
which is like perfect though, because it like says, yeah, even if you can't do it, maybe those around you can.
Hmm.
Which big thing about your friendships and your allies and all that Frieren's all about.
Yeah, and trusting one another for sure. I mean, that's how Frieren wins in the end
Yeah,
against
yeah,
Solitaire is
yeah.
trusting
Trust
from.
that Fern's okay, and yep,
Yeah, good old Fern's got that because she used that same trick we saw in the anime as well.
yes.
The fly out of their mana detection range and snipe them.
Yeah. Fern's whole stick is she can attack really quickly.
It's a good trick though, that's for sure. But yeah, malice maybe not as much an active theme in this. Grief for sure. Very, very much so. Yeah. And so with that, and we see Frieren and everyone win and moving towards the end of that plot line where Frieren's able to get the help of her allies and Denken takes advantage of the moment that Frieren breaks the gold to win.
Yeah.
And he does survive though, despite taking a fatal hit. Did you Do you think it makes sense narratively or as the writer to have Denken live? Or do you think that his plot in that moment should have wrapped up?
I like having Dakin live though. Like I understand where you're coming from, but I think it actually
Hmm.
fits better to have Dakin live. Like
Hmm.
his story's over, but like he's still now he gets to enjoy his success. Like he didn't need to die to succeed. He just
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I would enjoy, and I was gonna say also like fulfill his goal of reaching his wife's grave as well.
yeah. And he gets to see all the people he all the people who spent 50
Yeah.
years like that great moment when the guy like wait is that Dankin? His first thought
Yeah.
after
Right.
waking up.
Yeah. Lord Glock is like, wait a second, who's that old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that relationship between Mashed and Lord Gluck. Lord Gluck being super interesting.
Yeah.
Great, great character. Just could not guess. Just absolutely ruthless.
Yeah.
Clearly has asked a lot of people to be murdered in the sake of for the sake of political gain.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, playing a game he hates, but like being very good at.
very good at it. Yeah, clearly exceptional. But then hanging out. Oh, excuse me. But then just hanging out with Mashed as Mashed dies because of Dinkin's finding that one moment to get victory. It's just pretty wild that you have all these people who have been frozen for what
If,
40
if,
years,
50, I
50
think it's
years,
50 years. Yeah, it's been
something
50
like that.
years
Crazy.
since. Yeah.
And they're all back in that one moment.
Which I think if you do the math means Himmel the hero is still alive when all this stuff happened.
Oh yeah, yeah, he for sure would have been
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like a point that like Aura spent the entire time Himmel the hero was like hiding because she was so afraid of him, but I guess Mashed wasn't.
Yeah, Mesh wasn't really concerned about it.
Yeah.
Dude was, yeah, clearly a little bit overconfident, but
Yes.
understandably so. But overconfident nonetheless. But man, I was certainly really moved at the end of it. Um, with Dinkin finally reaching his wife's grave.
Yes.
Is very emotionally strong. It's a really strong emotional note. Stronger than I think almost anything else we've actually read for the book club. I found that moment to be pretty profound. I think just the arc that Denkin goes through that we see with him is very well done because we also get the flashbacks as well. So it we don't he doesn't have his full arc just within the current moment when he's with Frieren, but rather you sort of see it in a combination of the flashbacks until now as well.
Yeah. And then also definitely a little bit of remembering what he went through at the Mages Academy.
Yeah, exactly. The mage exams as well, where he took on like the grandfather role for the young
Yeah.
female warrior as well. Um, just makes him a great, really good character. Really, really good. Um, and Mashed has a really great arc as well. I love that he just at the end is like, does he have I think he has a smoke with Lord Glug. He's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, couldn't figure it out.
To the end.
um,
Yeah.
until the end, and just to the, yeah, that he doesn't feel malice in that moment, despite being beaten by his own trainee. There's no malice there, or guilt
Yeah.
for having frozen his friend and comrade, the Lord. Super interesting. And now thinking that they'll be moving into this with the anime, is there, what do you think? You're already noting that the anime can have a lot more potential than the manga sometimes has. Is there any parts in particular you think that they're going to try and flesh out, or that will allow the manga to really pop more than the anime to pop more than the manga is able to?
Yeah, it's hard to say because it doesn't feel like any equivalence of like the 3 hour freak or the 3 day freakout where you can like really just like expand a
Hmm.
like they can probably just expand like more of what Denken and Matt like maybe we'll actually get to see Denken and Mash. They talk about all their fights they used to have, their sparring
Mm.
matches. Maybe we'll actually get to see
Hmm.
some of those.
That's true. Yeah, maybe something there, but I think that a big thing for sure is the music is great in Fear, and the sound design is exceptional. That's
Yeah.
going to be a big part, especially for hyping up, and it'll be really, I'm stoked to see the action scenes as well. I think the art in
Yeah.
this is
Also,
also,
one other one is it'll be in color. That'll actually make things a lot
I
better
was
because
going
the
to say,
gold.
yeah, so the art in this is great. It's really, really wonderful. It's beautiful art. It looks awesome, but it is held back because of this. Yeah, for example, it's hard to tell that it's gold sometimes. And
Yeah.
so that's going to look so cool, especially the Mashed and Dankin fight,
Yeah.
because Mashed is like turning things into gold to defend himself and pulling up gold tiles and stuff. And you can't really see that obviously on the manga page in black and white, but
Yeah.
that's
They
going to
like put
look,
like a little shimmer look to it.
yeah, that'll look so cool when it's animated. So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
March
wait, but
2027.
I,
Come on, any day now. Or is it no,
oh
fall
man.
2027? Well, over a year away
Man.
still.
Well, if anything, it means that they're taking their time,
Yeah. Making
which
it
we've
honestly,
learned
make it good. Don't be One Punch Man season
exactly,
3.
which we will, in our second half, when we're talking about current animes, we will talk about something that is very relevant to that point.
Very relevant to that
But
point.
what a great storyline. And again, that it is also the whole plot of the Golden City is contained within these 3 volumes. You get the entire thing within these, and it's a great, great read. I certainly recommend, if you've somehow have listened to this and you haven't read Frieren at all, definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
Give
Read,
it a read,
watch,
give it a watch. Yeah,
Frieren.
somehow engage with.
Yeah, let me double check this. Still the number one rated anime on my anime list. Let's
There you
see.
go.
I'm pretty sure it must be. Uh, yeah, still number one on my anime list, and oh, season two's fallen a lot. Season two is now
Oh no.
only. Oh wow, it's fallen. It's now 26th. Oh,
Ooh, but
poor.
season one is at the top?
Yeah, season one's the number one, and also like far enough ahead now. Like it's not getting like it's not going to naturally decay into being. Something
Hmm.
else will need to come
Right.
along that's going to make it to beat it.
Wow. Well, you said that people didn't all love the Mage Exam, and that was season two, so
But that was season one.
that was season one as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why didn't people like season two? Season two's
I think the problem with season two, it's okay. Number one, people didn't dislike season two. It's still the 26th highest rated anime of all
that's
time.
true. Fair point. Fair play.
But yeah, I think the thing people were slightly less enthused by it because we didn't get a single like big story arc in all of it. It
Oh
was
yeah.
entirely vignettes.
Hmm.
So like,
Well, there was the dude with the 4 arms, but I
yeah,
guess
no,
it
but
was
that
only
was
like
like
two or
that was
three
like
episodes.
that would have been the equivalent of like half a volume in the
Right.
manga. So like it
Gotcha.
wasn't like a big long story.
True, 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 true. Okay. Fair play. Well, uh, yeah, if somehow you haven't watched or read the highest rated manga and anime. Go do that. And absolutely, if you've only watched the anime, it is totally doable to just jump into these. It's not like there's pieces that have been left out of the anime that make this hard and confusing, because I know sometimes there can be differences between manga and anime,
Yeah,
like
no,
maybe a character or like a side quest has been like left out, so it doesn't make sense to jump in. Easy to jump into
yeah.
this.
Well, like I would go so far as to recommend, if you want to start reading Frieren, read from where the anime leaves until the end, and then go back to read the first few.
Hmm. Oh, that's an interesting strategy. There you
Yeah,
go.
like
That high
I think you'll
recommendation.
find more enjoyment because often that can be an issue with people. They're like, I want to read my favorite anime, and then they like deal with so much stuff they've already read that they like fall off of it. So
Hmm.
just this one, absolutely 100% pick up where the anime left off. Like Delicious in Dungeons is another one I would recommend doing it that way.
Yeah, there you go. Volume 9. Pick it up. Go find it. Go to Vesperia Manga and Comics. Scoop up Frieren Volume 9. But now, moving into the second part of our show, as we've been talking lots about anime as well. We are in the middle of our spring season, so we thought, why not talk a little bit about what we're watching and what we want to recommend if you're not watching it at the moment. And also, to, at the very top here, tie in why it is important to take time. Don't rush, do it right.
Yeah.
Witch Hat Atelier is now an anime. So
Yes.
this is actually our
You can
fourth
go
episode.
watch. Yeah, you can go watch our third episode of Long Comics Book Club, where we talk about the anime as was supposed to come out that summer. We're a year later, and it just came out now. I'm so glad
Yeah.
they took their time.
Yeah, exactly. So they took really long. We're like, why are they doing this? Why is this not out yet? And it is a absolute visual smorgasbord. People understandably are in love with the anime.
Yes.
It is visually exceptional. And clearly they have taken the time and that it was worth it. And it's going to be one of those ones that really, I think, lasts the test of time. We'll see by the end of it, but
Yeah. Yeah. You never know what's, but like it would have to get really bad really quickly for this season to like it's outside like I assume yeah both of us have read the manga beyond this point so we know the story is going
yeah,
to stay good
yeah.
and like
If
the
anything, the
drop
story
off of
gets
quality
better.
yeah the drop off of quality can't be enough to like make it like people are still going to love this no matter what.
Yeah. So if you're not watching Witch Hat Atelier, I've already told you to read it. You should also be watching it as well. It's actually our fourth episode. Hawkeye was our third.
Wait, no, but what was oh right okay yes our third book our fourth episode
Yeah. There you go.
yes.
Yeah. So go check out Witch Hat Atelier. But Spence, what's another anime that's out right now that people should catch up on?
Okay, well, yeah, I'll just go because I'm definitely gonna have way more answers than you would. One to definitely check out is Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
And who
Uh,
would want to be watching Demons of the Shadow Realm?
well, the big one about it is by the mangaka of Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, it's a cool like demon fighting kind of one. Um, spoilers for the first episode in like three, two, one. There's like a really cool thing where it's originally seemed like it's going to be set in like the well, like going to be set in like the Sengoku era, like samurai and all that, and then it's revealed that no, they were actually like the main character was being hidden away on a mountain, and it's actually modern day.
Hmm.
And but like
Wow.
I say spoilers, but also like I figured that out 10 seconds into the thing because like he looks up in the sky and goes, that's some weird dragon tails and dragon trails or something like that, and it's like a jet stream. So it's like, oh, for a moment when I was like, oh, it's set in the modern day.
That's funny. Well, okay, Demons of the Shadow Realm. I will check it out. I was not aware of this going on.
Yeah.
But Full Metal Alchemist is one of my faves, so happy to check that out as well. Another one, the other one I would say worth checking out if you're into romance or comedy. Marriage Toxin, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Marriage Toxin. Yep.
Marriage Toxin.
Another one I've watched. I believe I've recommended this one to you.
Yeah, you recommended I check this one out, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. This is a poisoned assassin who is trying to find love and
Yes.
is getting marriage advice and dating advice from a very attractive man who uh, dresses up as a woman.
Yep.
Um, and is able to hopefully
Yes.
find love with
Yes. Yeah.
their support.
Getting taught by like the number. He's like the greatest poison. Like it's like a world where assassin like bloodline assassins exist, and he's the master of the poison bloodline, and is being taught by the number one marriage swindler in like Japan
Yeah,
how to actually find love.
yeah. And it's a lot of fun, and I have no idea where it's going.
Yeah. Well, because
I-
the funny part about it is like the whole thing is he needs to find make an heir for the poison bloodline.
Mhm.
And then, but so like you would assume from this setup, it would be like, oh, he's actually going to end up falling in love with his marriage partner.
Yeah.
But because his marriage partner is a guy, they like
Mhm.
that doesn't like work. So they'd have to figure out some other way to make this work.
Yeah, so I for sure thought that's what it was going to be, and then it was revealed that he was a guy. I was like, wait, wait. Which is great. It's super fun. I love that. So then Spence threw in one more.
One more. I've got like five more.
Okay, then power through your
Power through. So the other one I've really been enjoying is called Liar's Game, which is like an old school death game anime. I love those. I'm trash. I admit it.
Mm.
I love my death game stories. This one's that fun part where it's not actually a death game. It's like a put yourself in crippling debt game. I find those more interesting than actual death games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's new seasons of Rumakun and Dr. Stone. If you watch either of them, they're still amazing. And then the other last one is what's it called? It's called like Sengoku something. It's this really cool like political thriller set where like in like a post-apocalyptic Japan that's fallen back into the Sengoku era.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I could not tell you what it is.
That's Sengoku.
Then Sengoku Nightblood? Oh, Nippon Sengoku?
Yes, I think that's it. Yeah, Nippon Sengoku. That's the name of it.
Got it.
Yeah. It is
Nippon
awesome.
Sengoku.
Yes. Very cool, like political thriller.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Wow, a whole mix of different things. We got a
Yeah.
romance comedy, we got a political thriller, we got a straight up actions shonen. We got options.
Fantasy,
This
yeah.
spring people are eating good.
Yeah, honestly, this is yeah, like normally it's one of the sad parts. Since opening the store, I watch much less anime than I used to, but there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff going. Yeah,
You
and also there's
gotta
Rent a Girlfriend.
you still got
Season
find
5 of
time.
Rent a Girlfriend.
Wow, still going.
Still going. Not that I'm watching it, but you know,
Someone is.
somewhat. This is the one with the pool scene apparently happens this season, so
Oh, how exciting.
yeah.
Well,
hmm
if we've missed your favorite anime that's coming out this season, jump in the comments, let us know what we missed. And if it's worth it,
Like
us checking out as well.
like legit, I would love to hear what other people
Yeah,
watch.
what other people watching? But I'd say we're winding down towards the end of the episode, so of course we need to introduce what's next on the reading docket. So Spence, what do the fine folks at home and I get look forward reading next?
Yep. So back to the comic books, and we're going with once again another A-list hero we haven't touched yet, because we'll be going for the Hulk with Planet Hulk will be our next one.
Yes. How exciting. I've been wanting to do more Marvel, so that sounds great.
Yes,
I've heard of Planet Hulk.
Yes. So Planet Hulk, probably the thing you'll notice is a lot of Planet Hulk gets repurposed for Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, the one in, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess the basic plot: Hulk's supposed friends send him into space to get like to because he's so dangerous on Earth, get sent to like a sword and sorcery war planet, and how does Hulk deal with that?
This whole I am excited. Okay. I've been wanting to do more Marvel because we've only done X-Men, and that was like a 90s one.
We did
Oh no,
X-Men,
we
we did
also did
Hawk,
Hawkeye.
and
That's
we also
right.
did Punisher.
Oh, and Punisher's. Oh right, Punisher's Marvel. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to do Planet Hulk. That's I think that's I mean the fact that I know it suggests that it's sort of like a classic Marvel story.
Yeah. I guess if when people walk into the store and ask for a Hulk one, this is the one I tell them to get.
That makes sense. See, the other one I've heard of is like uh Hulk, Red Hulk or War Hulk or something.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
knows? But
because there's another classic one called World War Hulk.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That yeah, World and then also Immortal Hulk's like a really famous run, but that's like
Hmm.
nine graphic novels. It's
Yeesh.
big.
Yeah, that's too long. Cool. Planet Hulk. Well, if you also want to Hulk out,
Ugh.
join us for learning more about the Green Giant. I don't remember what his tag name is.
Yeah, the Green Scar.
Of course, you can order Planet Hulk at VesperiaComics.com for pickup at Vesperia Manga and Comics if you're in the lower mainland of British Columbia, or you can also order that for Canada-wide shipping. And that's it for episode 36 of the Long Comics Book Club. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to follow the show on your preferred podcast platform, as well as check us out on Blue Sky and Instagram at Long Comics Book Club. And finally, also find us on TikTok, YouTube, all the different social media things. We are anywhere and everywhere. And if you also want to jump on the Discord, share your own thoughts on anything we talked about today. Maybe let us know what you thought of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. What anime are you watching at the moment? Do you like Planet Hulk?
Tell us how awesome but Witch Hat Italia is.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm always going on about it. So happy to have someone else rant and rave the way that I do. But we will look forward to coming back to you on May 23rd for the Planet Hulk podcast. And we will talk to you then. Bye bye.
See ya.